There's a woman who prayed while the system played, and another name the world erased. But I hear the dust cry out, I feel the sky bend low, and if no one else will say it, then I will let them know. Enough, no hiding what you've done. Enough, we remember everyone, from the camps to the cries. We carry their names, you buried the bodies, but left us the flame. There's a lion on the fire, and your gospel got gold while our children go wild. You preach in peace, but you sell in fear, and the ones you forgot are standing here. They are not your shame, they are not your law. With no goodbyes. Enough, no more mothers left to at your chest. This time we sing, and the world hears our cry. The grave in the ground that shouldn't be there. There's a child with no bed and nobody cares. There's a woman who prayed while the system played, and another name the world erased. But I hear the dust cry out, I feel the sky bend low, and if no one else will say it, then I will let them know. Enough, no more hiding what you've done. Enough, we remember everyone, from the camps to the cries. Carry their names, you bear the body, but left us the flame. There's a lie in your law, there's blood on the fire, and your gospel got gold while our children go wild. But you sell in fear, and the ones you forgot are standing leaves with no goodbye. No more mothers left to cry. You had your chance, now we rise. This time we sing, and the world hears our cry.
Way here to the rehabilitation center.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Biafrans. Wonderful Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to some of you. Welcome back, welcome back. Sorry for that disruption. Yeah, sorry for that disruption. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, first of all, I want to appreciate you for being here. I want to thank you again for joining me this morning. Please share and share. We are going to be here for a while. We'll be here for a while. I want to appreciate our leaders, those who were here before us, those who gave us the opportunity that we are having today, because it's not easy. If not for them, maybe by now our land would have been taken over. But if not for them,
these are the things I want our people, our hardcore ones that will lead us to freedom, not all the flavors by the side, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuje, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want them. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chifuni Awodo? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said, that way people are going, Ojuku went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics. For Biafra, listen to me very carefully. My father, my mother is close to her. They died fighting freedom, and that freedom we are going to have. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they'll make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about building. And if yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over your land. Time and time again, I have warned you on this very matter. But some of you never ever listened. Because in this life, what goes around comes around. If you support evil today because you're benefiting, eventually that evil will.
I hope you are getting the message from our leader, as in Nandekano. First, he told you that the Nigerian government came to bribe him. The Nigerian government came to silence him. They promised him positions, they promised him money, influence, property, but he said no. He made a reference about Nyanwodo. If you doubt what he's saying, Nyanwodo is very much alive. They promised him the vice presidency position, but he declined, all because they want him to drop Biafra. And in this very video, he's telling you that all of you that are supporting evil against Biafra, that what goes around certainly will come around. So if you are supporting evil against Biafra, that evil will eventually come, gets up with you. To destroy the freedom of the Biafran people. That is not only what Simon Ekpa is doing. That is not only what Simon Ekpa should do. That is what is expected of every Biafran in the homeland. Every Biafra in diaspora. It is expected of you that we sustain the security that we have in our land. It is expected of you that you support every activity that is going to sustain the security that we have in our land. That should be your utmost goal. That should be our utmost responsibility to make sure that the Nigerian government are not breeding in our land, to make sure that all their evil plans against our people did not materialize. And one of those evil plans is the Nigerian government invasion of our land. The Nigerian government invasion of Biafra land have continued over time. The Nigerian government invasion of Biafran territory have continued over time. And as a Biafran, you will ask yourself, what is in Biafran territory? What is in Biafra land? That every now and then, the Nigerian government security, the army and police invading our land. What is in Biafran territory that every now and then you see the Nigerian government carrying out operation this, operation that, in the name of fighting insecurity? There is a video I want to play. I don't know, this my gadget sometimes is giving me some concern anyway. This video I wanted to play you is an undercover agent. This guy went to the northern Nigeria to actually know these rehabilitated Boko Harams. Where are they kept in the north? And this guy discovered that this Nigerian government are actually working with those who they say they have rehabilitated. They go to military training with them. They go invasion with them. They go to communities with them. In fact, the Nigerian Boko Haram, the reintegrated Boko Haram, there is nothing like they have been, rehabilitated. There is nothing like rehabilitation. When the Nigerian government tells you that they are rehabilitating the terrorists, what it means is that they are training the terrorists together with the Nigerian army. They give these terrorists the kind of training that militaries undergo in their various barracks. That is their rehabilitation. That is what their rehabilitation is. Because essence, what is the meaning of rehabilitating somebody who is a known terrorist? And while you are rehabilitating them, you are giving them the best of treatment. You are providing them with everything that they need. You are giving them logistics, giving them attention, attending to their needs. So these people can never be rehabilitated. So what the Nigerian government does is in these terrorists Boko Haram, ISWAP, ISIS, Fulani herdsmen, who are killers, who are deadly, who don't have human sympathy. I don't think blood flows in their veins. Nigerian government trained them in the northern Nigeria, and after training them, they send them to the southeast. Let me see if the video can play because I really want us to listen to the video. I really want us to listen to so that you will understand what the Nigerian government is doing when they tell you that, oh, they are carrying out Operation 1, 2, Crocodile Smile, Udogachi, any operation that the Nigerian government undergoes in the southeast. The end goal, the reason for that operation is for Biafrans to be to die at the hands of the Nigerian terrorist state. There is nothing like insecurity in our land. Biafran land has been secure from time immemorial. Biafra land is the only land in that evil country that is very, very safe from terrorism. It's very safe from all kind of insecurity. Biafra land is the safest place when it comes to Nigeria. So, unfortunately, the video doesn't want to play, just will not carry it. So, the Nigerian government telling you that they want to, they are trying to fight insurgency, trying to fight kidnappers, ritualists, hired assassins, insecurity in the southeast. Is that Nigerian government are actually going to the southeast to see how they can depopulate our land. And that's the reason why we must not allow them to breed in our land. The operations that have happened in the southeast, the Nigerian government has carried that in the southeast, resulted to a lot and lot of casualties. Unarmed civilians were killed, men and women lost their lives, parents lost their children, and the internal indicted Nigeria on a lot of atrocities that is happening. Nigerian army specifically, Nigerian police, Nigerian army, immigration, the air force, all these security agencies that the Nigerian government sends in Biafra land, Amnesty International have indicted them of committing genocide. I don't know. I'm trying to play that video, but unfortunately, the video is not loading. Okay, let me see. So when you hear the Nigerian government saying, oh, when you hear the Nigerian government telling you that, oh, they are going Operation Udogachi, Operation Akodo, I want you to know that the target is nothing but the Biafrans who are exiting the evil contraption called Nigeria.
Troops of Operation Luka targeted criminal elements of the process.
You heard what he's saying, that troops of Operation Udo Achiha target criminal elements. Criminal element. Who are the criminal element? Who are they regarding as the criminal element? The Fulani herdsmen are not criminal elements. Mind you, these Fulani herdsmen are the ones who are responsible for killings in the southeast. They are irresponsible for killings in the Middle Belt, in Plateau, in Sokoto, in Kaduna, all over Nigeria. The Fulani herdsmen, the ISWAP, the ISIS, all these terrorist affiliated groups are under the supervision of the Nigerian terrorist state. They are not criminal elements, according to the Nigerian government. According to the National Security Advisor, Ribadu, these people are not criminal elements. They are their brothers. These people are prodigal sons. They are not criminal elements. They are not kidnappers. They are not ritualists. So the Nigerian government have tagged the indigenous people of Biafra, including you, whether you belong to IPOB, whether you are supporting Ngozi Psychiatric Hospital, or you are supporting the Ima Madu Mamudu, you are an IPOB. The Nigerian government said you are a criminal element. Why do they have that mindset to call you criminal element? Because the Nigerian government representatives in Biafran territory, the Southeast governors, the Southeast politicians, the senators, the representatives, the local government chairmen, the councillors, the PGs, all of them came together and proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, including themselves. They proscribed themselves as terrorists. So the Nigerian government is now standing on that proscription tag. Even when the courts, the Nigerian courts have said there is no basis for these people being called terrorists. They did not meet the specification for criminality or terrorism, but the Nigerian government still uses that term, criminal elements and terrorists. Why? Because the Southeast governors who proscribed the indigenous people of Biafra have not deproscribed that group. So as long as they have not deproscribed the group, the Nigerian army, the Nigerian police, all these security agencies are banking on that to call IPOB, to call you and I, any name that they termed or deemed necessary for them. That is why you can see this idiotic man calling indigenous people criminal elements. Listen. Calling indigenous people criminal element. It is the Nigerian government, it is the southeastern government, southeastern governors that gave them that morale, that emboldened them. That proscription tag that is still hanging on IPOB is the reason why the Nigerian government continue to use that name, criminal element, criminal element, criminal element. So when you see them come to Biafran territory, they are not coming there for security. Rather, they are coming there to create insecurity. So in this video, if the video can allow me to play it, you will listen what this evil man is saying about the indigenous people of Biafra.
Troops of Operation Udoka
My God, this is really, really stressful. It's quite unfortunate.
tribe indigenous people of Biafra and its
It's quite unfortunate. This my gadget
armed
is
wing,
actually
the Eastern Security Network.
so
Sustaining clearance and anti-criminality operations.
so this man is telling you that they are going to the southeast in response to criminal elements, that we the Biafran people, that we have an army, the Eastern Security Network are into kidnapping, into organ harvesting, and all the rest of it. I wanted you to hear by yourselves what this man is talking about IPOB here. And when he talks about IPOB, there is no specific people that are IPOB. As long as you are from the southeast, I want you to know that as long as you are Igbo, as long as you are Isoko, as long as you are Ishan, Urobo, you are an IPOB. You are Igbo. You are a Biafran. And though these people are coming for you, when they come, they intimidate our people, they harass our people. The young men are arrested indiscriminately, locked up in Tiger Base. They lock them up. The ones that they want to harvest their organs, they harvest their organs. And the southeastern governors cannot say anything, because the southeastern governors are the ones who first of all proscribe the indigenous people of Biafra against the youths in Biafran territory. You will not hear or see the southeastern governors or politicians speak against it. This has continued for long. As a result, a lot of Biafran youths have been killed as a result of these military invasions. In 2015, 2016, 2017, 18 to date, there have been lots and lots of operations, military operations in Biafra land. And during this period, the youth goes missing. A lot of families lose their loved ones. A lot of children lose their parents. A lot of relations lose their loved ones. You begin to ask, what is actually happening? What is actually the problem? What is actually the issue? And one of the reasons the Nigerian government does these military operations in Biafra land is that they try to depopulate the number of youth, able-bodied men and women from the southeast. You can remember, whenever the Nigerian government comes to the east, for investment. The Southeast run away from that. Whenever they come, they encourage the Southeasterners, oh, come, the Nigerian government is recruiting, Nigerian government is doing this and doing that, that they want the Southeasterners to join. You see that the youth, because of the Nigerian government incessant invasion, that are at the receiving end. Every Biafran becomes a victim of that invasion. So the youth decided that Nigeria, anything about Nigeria, not to talk about military enrollment, they are not interested. You see the youth running away. So whenever the Nigerian government have noticed that Eastern youths are no longer interested in any kind of military income, each time they come for these military operations, it is the youth that is their focus point. The youth are at the receiving end. And we have to say that this must have to stop. It has to stop. And how do we stop it? The Biafran government in exile has a mechanism to stop it. The Biafran people are means of that resistance to stop them from coming to our land. First, we have to be very, very clear that the politicians must be held responsible into account for the loss of lives of the youths that is happening in Biafra land. The army cannot come to Aforukwu if the governor of Abia State does not know anything about that. Cannot go to Enugu Eleme if Peter Mba is not aware of that. The army cannot go to Owerri or Olu, and the terrorists or the heat of aware. The army cannot go in the southeastern part of Nigeria to carry out any military operation if the members of the Senate, the National Assemblies, if they are not aware of that. So if these people are aware of the military exercises in our land, and they understand that all these military exercises cost a lot of lives of the Biafran people or the southeastern youth, then why has the politics allowed military exercises to happen in our land? I tell you, the army do not have the power. Even if they do, they cannot go to Anambra State without the consent of Soludo. It is not possible because Soludo is the chief security officer of the state. Pope Uzodimma is the chief security officer of Imo State. Oti is the chief security officer of Yaba State. Ifeanyi Mba is the chief security officer of Enugu State. So the army cannot unilaterally take that decision and go to Enugu State and start kidnapping people and start killing the youth and start harassing the youth without the consent of the governors of the state, without the political class having knowledge of it, without their acceptance of the military coming into their communities or states. So how do we intend to stop these military invasions into our land? We have to rise up and say that enough is enough. The political class have failed you and I. Those who should be our leaders have turned our enemies. Those who should be our protectors have now turned our foes. Those who are supposed to speak for us are now those who are attacking us. Those who every 4 years they come with their sweet talk. They promise you heaven and earth. They tell us how much they want to better our lives. They tell us how much they want our land to be developed. They tell you how much infrastructure they are going to put in place for the betterment of the people. They coerce the people. They deceive the people into accepting them into that political position. And once the people allow them to go into their various positions and occupy it, they now turn back and turn against the people. This is what has been Biafra land a long time. How long shall we continue to endure? How long shall we continue to be smiling at the face of suffering? Who is going to stand for us? For us? Who is going to fight for us, you and I, this? Who do you expect to fight for you? Are looking for lucrative threat to come and fight for you? Do you expect the representatives, the local government chairman, the council looking how to enrich themselves to come and fight for you? Do you expect those who want a better life for their children to come and fight for you? If you are expecting them to fight for you, you are making the greatest mistake of your lives. The ball, the responsibility. It is our duty. It is our responsibility to fight for us, to fight for ourselves. Because the political class, they have left you and I. The political class are not concerned about what happens to us. Our situation is not their problem. Our condition does not affect them. What affects them is what benefits them. They can only fight for what benefits them. They can only speak for what they can benefit from. They cannot come to stand for you. They cannot come and stand for me. They cannot come and stand for me. They cannot come and defend you in our communities because their interest is not affected. They cannot speak for us because their interest is not in any way affected. But once their interest is threatened, once it affects them, that is the only time that they can come out and speak. That is the only time that they can come out and defend that cause which affects them. So, what am I trying to say? My wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters and lovers of freedom, I want us to understand that enough of all these military invasions in our land, enough of all these killings of the Biafran people, enough of all this destruction of our properties. We have to start holding all these people accountable. All these people who are leaders, who said that they are leaders of communities, we should start holding them accountable and responsible for the situation that is affecting us. Very, very important. Please, I don't know if anybody can hear me because this gadget is really, really disturbing me. I don't know whether anybody can hear me. So please, if you can hear me, I need you to write on the comment section that you can hear me. So, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, the Biafran people have put a mechanism in place to make sure that these military invasions do no longer happen in our land. If you see it happening, it's because you have not come out to support what is being done to stop this military invasion in our land. The Biafran Republic government in exile and the Biafran people put measures as at 2020 when the Eastern Security Network was set up. It was to evict all these terrorists from our land. In 2023, all the armed carrying groups in Biafra land was now merged into Biafran forces under the Biafran government in exile for the purpose of protecting land, protecting our women, and evict terrorists from our land. What did the Nigerian government do? What do these Nigerian representatives, these governors in Biafra land, what did they do? They now set up a countermeasures against the Biafra defense forces. They now continue to hunt the men and women who are not hunting them. The Biafran defense forces were there to evict the terrorists from our land. But the Nigerian security agencies do not like the Biafran defense forces evicting the terrorists out of our land. So what do? The state governors, the political class now came out with a countermeasure to fight against the Biafran defense forces, thereby giving room for the Nigerian terrorist government to always come to our land at any will, at any slightest opportunity, invade our community, and start the massacre of the Biafran people. This video is not responsive. I don't actually understand. Wisdom, can you hear me, please? This video has not been responsive for some time. It was hanging. I don't know whether people were hearing me, but I think they can hear me now. So the Nigerian government, the political land, these people are responsible for the military invasion that we are experiencing in Biafra land. The reason why they encourage these military invasions in our land is because of the video of our leader that I played you earlier. Because this video is not responding, let me play you that video again. The reason why there is military invasions upon military invasions in our land, the reason why the Nigerian terrorist government can come to our land and kill our people, disappear the youth, harass, intimidate us, is because of this video that I want to play you now. There is no other reason why. Because our leader, Mazin Nandekan, who is the Lord of Biafra, said he wants Biafra. That there is nothing that will make him or that will make us not to get Biafra. That the harassment, the intimidation is too much. So they try every means possible every means possible to compromise the leader.
These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because that leads to freedom. Not all the fools by the side. It is the hardcore that leads us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything and I said no. They came to TSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuche, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chief Nyawodo? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same. I said, that way people are going, Ojukwu went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, you after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. My father, my mother died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOP family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on their behalf. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. To know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
The vice presidency, go and ask the yesterday. They gave me vice. They said make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about doing.
They said I should drop the agitation. Listen, this is the reason why you have military invasions upon military invasions in our land. And when they come, they are looking for the youth to kill. They are looking for the youth to intimidate. They are looking for the youth to harass. The reason is that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, they saw him and his ideology and what Nnamdi Kanu believed in. They saw you that is watching. They saw us as obstacles to their political advancement. They saw you and I as impediment to making more money for themselves, to create for their children, families, for their cronies, for siphoning out of the land of Biafra. They saw as an obstacle. So when they could not buy Nnamdi Kanu over, they now saw that Biafran youths are with Nnamdi Kanu. We believe in the same ideology. We believe on Biafra. We want Biafra. We need Biafra. And that we intend to fight for Biafra like we are fighting for Biafra. That is the singular reason that this politician from the southeast allows this military invasion in our land. So that we will be intimidated, we will be harassed, they will kidnap, they will kill, they will harass, they will imprison. They will inflict fear on us. That is the reason why all these military invasions are happening in Biafra land. Not because there are insecurity. The only insecurity that is happening in Biafra land is the one that is caused by military invasion, by all these police harassing, intimidation, checkpointing, and all the rest of them. That is the only insecurity that we have in our land. So you can see where the problem is coming from. If not, why do we have in the north that the Fulani terrorists are killing people indiscriminately, overrunning communities, killing babies, pregnant women, killing pregnant women? Yet, the Nigerian government, the southeastern governors did not see any reason why they should come out with a one voice and ask the military that is occupying Biafra land to go to the north and defend the people who needed their help. Because we don't need the presence of the military in our land. We don't need their help whatsoever. Then why are they in our land? This is the reason that they are in our land. They try to buy us over. They try to intimidate us into dropping Biafra. They try to harass us into not standing for what we believe in. And because we refused, and because we consistently call for self-determination and call for the emergence of Biafra, these people decided that we are not going to leave. That is why the military invasions continue to happen in our land. And the people are directly supporting, financing these military invasions in our land. Don't mind whatever they say on camera. Whatever they say on camera, don't mind it. Because behind the camera, the politicians from the southeast are the worst enemies that we have because of their political career, because of their position. They sold each and every one of us to the enemy, to our enemy. They have already sold us out for extermination. But are we going to fold our hands? I see, it is only OCC, it is only a tree that is told that is going, I'm going to cut you. When you come back, you can still meet the tree there. But humans, when you find yourself in such a situation, you have to do something to save your life. You have to do something to make sure that the enemy who wants to kill you do not succeed. In our own case, we have already put up a measure where the enemy can never succeed. We have put up a measure where the enemy will succeed in their evil schemes against our people. But we are calling on you, Biafrans. Where are you in this? Where are you in this? Because you need to understand that the military invasion that is happening in our land was very much orchestrated by the politicians, by your brothers and sisters who are occupying political offices. They're occupying political offices. That is why our people are dying. That is why 28 men in 2017, more than 100 Biafrans were fell down at Afaruku. What about the one that happened at Enleme? What about the one that happened at the Aba High School? All these invasions are to depopulate us and to intimidate us into silence. And you are not seeing the reason why you must come and support the Biafran government in exile. Let me see if this video will also play, because the reason why I want to play this video is that I wanted us to see that the military that is coming to our land are not military, trained military to defend the people. The military that they are sending to Biafra land are the Boko Haram. Boko Haram reintegrated into the Nigerian military system. That Boko Haram that they are, the Fulani herdsmen and their like, the ISIS, are now in charge of the northern Nigeria. The terrorists have overrun the northern Nigeria. So they have no resistance. The northern minorities, they could not organize themselves. They could not defend themselves. They are left at the mercy of the terrorists. Nobody is speaking for them. Nobody is defending them. So the Boko Haram are free to overrun any community they want to overrun. They kill people, displace, bomb properties, and they are, in fact, in the north, these people have free access to any community, even military bases. Anywhere they want to go, they can go. But in the south is more important. They don't have that free movement. They don't have free access into our various communities because of the presence of the Biafran Defense Forces. Now, in order for them to, a kind of do what the terrorists should have done if we give them the opportunity in our land, they now go into Sokoto, Meduguri, Kwara, Kaduna, all the terrorists, deadly terrorists that are in Boko Haram, in ISISO, in ISWAPO, in Fulani herdsmen, they bring them together under the guise of reintegrating the terrorists, and they shift them down to the southeast, put them into the military. These are the people who, when you go to checkpoints, you don't give them money. They shoot you in the night when there are no people watching. They kill people. In the night, the Nigerian government army recruited terrorists commit all manner of atrocities. In Obinze, our women are raped, women are harassed, the men, their organs are harvested. In some cases, people lose their lives and they sell their organs to the highest bidder. And the southeastern politicians cannot say anything because they are the ones who gave them the opportunity to come to our land. They are the ones who are sponsoring the atrocity that is happening in our land. So, how long, Biafrans, we will continue to endure all this harassment, all this intimidation, and all these killings from the hands of the terrorist Nigerian police and military? How long? How long shall we continue to lament? How long shall we continue to cry? How long shall our people continue to die in the hands of this Nigerian government? I'm asking you because it is really heartbroken. If you go into Google now, type military invasion in Biafra land, cause and effect, or type how many people have died as a result of military invasions in Biafra land, you will get uncountable numbers. Hundreds and thousands of Biafrans have lost their lives in all these military invasions. It's not stopping soon. The military invasion is not stopping soon. It is you and I that is going to stop them. If we don't stop them, they are not going to stop. They are going to stop us from existing. And this is the reason why I self-nine military invasion in Biafran territory. You have to fund. Funding is the key. Funding is the key to make sure that we stop these people from all this atrocity that they are committing in our land. All this atrocity they are committing in our land. I don't know why this.
Another is calling his boss, and another was calling his boss, and now
That was the guy. Sing, yeah. It's very, very unfortunate. This gadget is giving me some concern all of a sudden it just goes gaga. I will not hear anything. So I don't know if anybody can hear, because the gadgets really. Can anybody? Can anybody hear me, please? So it's really unfortunate that you know. Oh my God. So it's quite unfortunate. I'm experiencing all this kind of hitches. I know my listeners may be disappointed, but then I'm so sorry about that. Is this gadget is seriously disturbing my broadcast. I'm just managing it. So the Fulani terrorist, the video that I wanted to play, or that video was playing, is a very important video for Biafrans to understand what is actually playing out in that Nigeria, in what is happening in Nigeria. This white man went to the north. He went to the north to investigate this recruited or reintegrated Boko Haram into the army. He went there to investigate where they are staying, how the government is taking care of them. So he eventually discovered that these people are well taken care of. He discovered that the Nigerian government are taking care of this Boko Haram, camp them in Meduguri, camp them in so many places in the north. The Nigerian government also trains with them, fights along with them. So the people who the Nigerian government uses whenever they come to Biafra land, the Boko Haram, the reintegrated Boko Haram is what the Nigerian government shift into Biafran territory. So when they come, when all these people come, most of them are, 90% of them are not educated. The only English they hear is kill, kill, kill. So when they come to Biafran land, since they hated us with passion, every Biafran youth is a target. Every Biafran youth is a target for extermination, is a target for killing, is a target for harassment. You can see a small boy for our Nollywood stars. I think that was in 2022 or 23 or thereafter. While he was, you know, working in Aba, I think he was advertising a product where he was wearing the Biafran colors. What happened? The military accosted him, asked him to sit on the floor. And the military personnel that accosted him is not up to his son. These are the military men and women that they take from the north, from Boko Haram enclave, and they send it to Biafra land. They send them to Biafra land. They come there, they harass our people, they intimidate us, and they don't give a damn. And why all this harassment goes on in Biafra land, the politicians don't say anything. The politicians keep quiet as if all is well. But I want us to understand right now that the Biafran government in exile is now very much in place to make sure that all these things do not happen in Biafra land. The government can only do much if you are supporting it. The government can only do much if you are part of what the government is doing. Very, very important. Now, we have the Biafran Defense Forces. We have over 100,000 men and women who have decided to protect our land, who have decided that this intimidation, this harassment is no longer obtainable, acceptable in our land. How are you helping? How are you supporting these men and women who are standing for us, who are defending Biafra land, who are speaking for, who are making sure that this harassment and intimidation no longer continues? How do you support? That is the issue. So we want you to support the Biafran government in exile. We want you to join hands in supporting the Biafran government in exile activities in our land. This is very, very important. Biafrans, quite unfortunate. I'm not finding it very, very easy here. The studio have just blanketed even, and I don't think I can continue. I don't think I can continue. I'm not finding it very, very easy here. The studio have just blanketed even, and I don't think I can continue. So please, I want to appreciate everybody. If you can hear me anywhere that you are watching me or you've watched me from, please, today is our fundraising. If you can still hear me, today is our fundraising. Today, you have to come and support the Biafran government. You have to come and pay your BLT. You have to come and demonstrate your love for your nation, Biafra. The Biafran Republic government in exile is doing humanly possible. to make sure that we as evil contraption called Nigeria. So today is yet another day we come together to support the government. So we expect you to be part of the support tonight. We expect you to join in the fundraising that will happen 7 p.m. Biafran time. The fundraising is an avenue of raising funds to make that the activities of the government moving as planned. The Biafran government is doing everything to make sure that the Biafran restoration project is not stalled. You know, we have our lobbyists in Washington, D.C., we have our attorney, the Biafran forces, they are also kitted. They have to eat, they have to feed, they have to medicare. So all these things are, capital intensive. So, and the logistic, the finance, I'm back. I am back. Ah, wow. I can now see my studio clearly. I am now back. So, like I was saying, I don't think I'll play any other. When I try to play video, it's when the gadget will now be misbehaving. So, today is our fundraising. We encourage Biafrans to come and join and support the fundraising. Very, very important. Very, very important. You know, our lobbyists, we know our attorney, the Biafran Defense Force, they need everything logistically in order to do the needful. Our Washington, D.C. lobbyist layers is doing exceptionally well. Please, Biafrans, this is an opportunity for us to join and support the funding. The voice of Biafra that have been crying for, we have been longing for. Everybody was saying, oh, we need to put radio. Radio need to be operational. Our TV, satellite stations need to be working. Now, these things are working. We need to be launched. Tomorrow is the launching. We need everybody to come on board. Mind you, the Biafran Restoration Project can only be possible with the actions and activities of our lobbyists in Washington, D.C. Mazi Elias is playing a very pivotal role in this struggle that we find ourselves. Our attorney Dabiri also are playing pivotal roles in this our freedom. And these people are hired. They are working for Briggy. and they have to be paid. How do you pay them? We are not a free nation yet. So they are being paid by the little contributions that you and I make. Okay? So for Elias to continue to do the promise that he made here, you need to come and fund him. I want you to listen to the promise of Elias here.
Well, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jim Moran. I served in the United States Congress approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I believe in. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Gerasulis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working with him. While I was in the Congress, I was on the funds defend the State Department, Foreign Relations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. I have an interest in Africa. I was a principal co-sponsor of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, but most importantly, I Biafran independence, just and noble cause. And I trust that you have a bright future ahead. We will wait to your independence. We can't promise because the politics is predictable situation in the United States today, sir, but we will work towards that objective. I appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of the Biafran people. And at this point, let me turn that over to Elias. Elias?
Oh, thank you, Jim. And it's an honor to be working with you on this. And we appreciate your lending, your support, someone of your prestige and stature. That association would be so critical, Jim. I appreciate it. And thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, and dear Biafrans in the United States and around the world. My name is Elias Gerasulis, and I am a good colleague of Congressman Moran, and we are your new lobbyists here in Washington, D.C. However, you should know that we are more than just your lobbyists. We are fellow freedom fighters in the struggle for the liberation of Biafra. And similar to how your compatriots in the Biafran Defense Forces are securing your freedom on the homeland, we will be fighting for your freedom in the political and diplomatic battlefield here in Washington, D.C. All these U.S. officials, all these congressmen and senators understand that the Biafran is a pure democratic civilian uprising against injustice, the very same one that we had in the United States when we declared our independence from the British 200 years ago. On a personal level, I knew I had to get involved in this struggle, not only because of my belief in the Biafran cause, but my belief in His Excellency, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. As I got to know the Prime Minister, I could see that he has remarkable leadership qualities and vision. And I knew that instinctively that he was a man of destiny and that he will have a very important impact in Africa in the years to come. And I thought it was a personal duty to assist him. The Prime Minister has made remarkable progress and has outsmarted the Nigerian system in many ways. The Prime Minister has done this with the self-referendum. He has done this with opening diplomatic liaison offices around the world.
So I know you love how Elias is explaining things here. I know you are happy about the promises that Elias is making to the Prime Minister and the Biafran people here. That promise, Elias is living up to that promise. I can guarantee you 100% that Elias is doing more to make sure that he promises and Biafra is fully restored. But for this promise to continue, for Elias to even work more harder to make sure that Biafra is restored, he needs to receive his pay as at when due. That is where the funding we are talking about comes in. All these statements that you see these LAs making, there is a lot of lobbying involved, a lot of innermost lobbying involved in the lobby by the lobbyists, by the Biafran lobbyists. So we need to make sure that anytime that their dues, and their fee is due, they are paid. This is very important. The reason why we are asking Biafrans in the homeland, in diaspora, to join, because freedom is not free. And if you want peace, you need to prepare for war. And you know how war costs. War costs a lot of money. So freedom is very capital intensive as well. We understand that there is nowhere we are making money. The Biafran Republic government in exile do not have any other business. It doesn't have any business where it generates funds. It is through our contributions, it is through our support that the government can be able to raise funds, pay our lobbyists, pay our attorney, and do other things. In fact, do you people understand that we should even have a lobbyist in Israel? But because of the limited fund that we have, that is why that avenue has not been looked up to. Okay. And yes, that reminds me. I just remember this right now. You know, there was a time, there was a time, the Ngozi, the psychiatric woman, Ngozi, there was a time, the psychiatric woman, Ngozi, and those who are supporting the EMA, the misinformation group, the accountability group, they told you that lobbying, that, oh, why not go to Russia and lobby Russia? Why not go to Russia? They were specific on Russia. You ever asked yourself, have you, why is everybody lobbying in America? Why not Russia? Why not Japan? Why not UK? Why not France? For those of you who said they are, lobbying is useless. Oh, we should not lobby. We should not be paying lobbyists. We should leave anything about lobbying and focus on the defense in the homeland. Why is people not asking themselves this question? Why is it only America that you see people concentrate on lobbying? When the first Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa engaged the services of Mazi Elias, a lot of people raised the eyebrow, right? But look at the accomplishment of Elias under the Biafran government in exile. And going forward, people were saying that, oh, we should go to Russia. We should go to Russia. Why are countries not lobbying Russia? Why are countries not lobbying UK? Why are countries only focused on the United States of America? Why? Because America is the leader of the free world. Because what goes, because wherever America stands is the decision of the whole world, is the decision that the other people will accept. That is why the lobbyists that we have in America, we must hold it with everything we have. Everything we have. Elias is not only representing Biafra, Elias is representing about five other countries. I think Eritrea is there. Morovia, like, is there. Ambazonia is there. Biafra is there. There is one other nation that Somaliland is also there. So Elias is representing a whole variety of countries. Were they on Elias? Why is Elias the lobbyist of all these people that I mentioned? And if Elias is not effective, if he doesn't know his job, why are people lobbying for him to be their lobbyist? So for those of you who were thinking, saying that, oh, we shouldn't lobby, that, oh, we should forget about anything lobbying, you should now understand the reason why this lobbying is making sense. So why did other countries not lobby Russia or lobby Ukraine or lobby UK? Because it is America that is the leader of the free world. And that is why we have a very strong lobbyist in Washington, D.C., and we must do everything to retain his services. And part of the things we should do, make sure that we are supporting the Biafran government financially so that their bills can be paid as at when due. What about Amanda Biri? Have you read the profile of Amanda Biri? One of the best attorneys that the world have ever produced. And he is the attorney of the Biafran government in exile. So his fee and that of Elias, they are, they. So if you are not supporting this government, you are not supporting our freedom, you are the enemy of Biafra. You are the enemy of Biafra. So Elias said it all, and I want you to listen.
World. And I think by establishing a proper Biafran lobby in Washington, D.C., the Prime Minister has delivered his master stroke. And if you can look at the Nigerian media and the social media, you will see that this is something that's been highly publicized. And I think this is because they understand the moment that the United States starts to gain more support for the Biafran cause, it will be a game changer. Because when the United States leads, other countries follow.
You heard that. That is why every country is focused their lobbyists on Washington, D.C. Nigerian government, why didn't they go and lobby Russia or lobby United Kingdom to counter the Biafra narrative? Or why didn't the Biafran people go to UK, UK against Nigeria, or lobby Russia against him, being that Russia is not the leader of the free world? The reason UK is not free world, the reason being that United States of America is the leader of the free world, and that is why firm is centered in Washington, D.C. And believe you, it is through that lobbying effort our leader Mazin and our first Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekwanjoko will be released. So we should not play with it. We should not joke with it. Today is yet another fundraising day. Come and support your freedom. Come and support Biafran government quest for restoration of Biafra. Don't be sitting on the fence. Our land is going to be overtaken. The Fulanis, the military terrorists in our land, are representatives of the Fulani terrorists. They are there for their bidding. They are doing the work of the Fulani terrorists in our land, and we should not allow them to continue to use our people for their blood sacrifice. We should not allow them to do that. We should not allow them to do that. We should make them to understand that we are Biafrans. We are not Nigerians. So they should leave our land. We should evict them from our land. They should be evicted from our land because our people have died much in the hands of this terrorist Nigerian state. The earlier our people rise up and demand that Nigeria is dissolved, the better for us. Those who are enjoying one Nigeria are the politicians. The politicians are those who are enjoying one Nigeria. I don't know whether you are part of them, because I don't see any reason why you can see the atrocities that is committed in our land, and you are still not supporting what Biafran government in order to free our people out of that evil entity called Nigeria. So I think I've spent much time. I want to appreciate every one of you. So thank you for joining me. Please, a reminder, Voice of Biafra. Okay, let me finish the video. Voice of Biafra is still very much active. Okay, so just buy a decoder and engage the services of an installer.
Congressman Moran and myself are your voice to the U.S. Congress, your voice to the White House, your voice to the State Department, your voice to the highest offices in this great land. And we will not stop until victory is achieved. Long live a free, independent, and sovereign Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that brilliant speech there. Layers, we are happy to have you on board, and we have a lot of things to do together. Thank you. This particular appearance today is just to present you, the Biafrans in the United States. As I made my promise, I have fulfilled it. It is now for the interest of Biafra.
Mr. Prime Minister, it's our honor, and we look forward to it. Thank you, Mr. Prime
Minister. Thank you very much. Nice to have.
Thank you, Mr.
How the meeting with our first Prime Minister goes, and you had the promise, his promise to make sure that Biafra issue is at the front burner in Washington, D.C. And he's doing that for sure, because it led to the first Christian congressional brief hearing on Christian genocide, whereby our APM at that time, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere, participated in that Christian briefing, and his testimony also was taken into account and documented as well. That speaking for us in Washington, D.C. also led to the first ever Biafra congressional briefing. Congressional briefing happened on the 18th of September last year. So it is also left Nigerian government, wondering the potency of Washington LLC, our lobbying firm. So Elias is living up to that expectation, and we are expected as well to meet the target of making sure that they are paid as when. I want to appreciate every one of you who joined in this program. Please, I'm so sorry in the hitches. Like I continue to tell you, some cases is not my making, some cases is because of the gadget. So do bear with me until I change the gadget. I expect to be experiencing all this, okay? So I'm so sorry about that. I know my listeners, most of them might have left. Well, there is nothing I can do about it for now. I just want to encourage every one of us to continue to support the Biafran government in exile, support through your funding. Go to the website and make your donation. The website is 247 opened 24 hours. Just breeze in there, www.biafranrepublicgovernment.org, and make your and play your support for Biafran government in exile. And also you can see what the government have done, most of the achievements and most of the international engagement. You can see it on the website. So you go and check it out. This is your government. Okay? There are avenues, there are columns where if you want to ask questions, if there are issues that are to know about, you can add that from the website. You can reach ministers from the website. It's very, very okay. So for those of you who are supporting those who are enemies of Biafra, yes, because for you to follow Ngozi up to this moment, it means you are the enemy of the people, because there is nothing. You can't say me that you have been following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and there was no result that is coming from the group and you continue to be on the group, or you are following Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko. If Simon Ekpanjoko did not bring positivity into this struggle, do you think people will follow him? The answer is no. So if you have been following Ngozi or you are following Emma, and you are actually that you can pinpoint that this is what they have done, or that this is the reason you are following them, then it means you are best of the same feeder. And you know, best of the same feeder always flock together. So it means that you are evil, because in Biafran government in Ezra, we have a website where you can go and see things for yourself and make your confirmation. Our lobbyist is in Washington, D.C. Go to his handle and see his post. Okay? So ihe agba n'aka anaghị eji enye ele ya. Otu a ka ọ rakwa m n'ọnụ ụmụ Biafra. Asị m nke onye chiri ya zere, ka ụbọchị taa mara na anyị mma. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done that as well. Subscribe to my channel and make sure that you support our freedom. It is only freedom. It is only the freedom of the Biafran people that can guarantee our safety, that can guarantee us attaining our potential in this world. Only Biafra can guarantee that. Nigeria can never guarantee that. As a matter of fact, Nigeria means death to us. Biafra means life to us. So you must support Biafra so that you live. And I want to remind you about this voice of Biafra. Voice of Biafra. This is voice of Biafra. The voice of Biafra is now live in Biafran territory. For your mothers, fathers in the rural communities, they can listen to Voice of Biafra directly via a decoder. So what you have to do is buy a decoder for them. Then find a decoder installer, a satellite dish installer. All these people that used to install satellite dish. Once you buy a decoder, look for those who install satellite dishes and ask them to connect it for you. Once it is connected, both the television, the radio, the Voice of Biafra will be blasting out live and direct, very clear, to anywhere that you are in Biafra land, including everywhere in West Africa and Central Africa. So it is very, very important that our people have to embrace this, get connected, and get first-hand information from the Biafran government in exile. As it dey hot. Thank you. And Have a wonderful day. See you later on our fundraising. There one.